My dear brothers and sisters, what if I told you that you're on the path to getting married, that Allah may already be preparing someone for you, but one mistake could ruin everything? Yes, marriage is a beautiful gift, a sacred bond, and a dream many of us pray for. But sometimes we unknowingly do things that block our own blessings. This message is a wake-up call, not from me, but from the wisdom of Allah's guidance. Too many hearts break, not because love was missing, but because the foundation was built on disobedience. If you feel like marriage is near, or you're waiting for the right person, listen closely. There are things you must stop doing before the nikah, things that silently damage your future. In this video, I'll share the warnings, the wisdom, and the way forward. You owe it to yourself to watch till the end. 1. Marriage is a blessing from Allah. It should be honored and approached with sincerity. Marriage in Islam is not just a contract between two people. It's a sacred act of worship and a path to completing half of your faith. Allah describes spouses as garments for one another, offering comfort, protection, and dignity. This highlights how deeply spiritual and meaningful this union is meant to be. Approaching marriage with sincerity means having pure intentions, being ready to fulfill rights and responsibilities, and striving to please Allah through the relationship. It's not about status, looks, or convenience. It's about building a bond rooted in taqwa. 2. Engaging in haram relationships before marriage can spiritually damage the future bond. When a relationship begins in disobedience to Allah, it lacks the spiritual foundation necessary for long-term success. Interactions based on secrecy, emotional indulgence, or physical temptation often lead to guilt, mistrust, and unrealistic expectations. What starts as excitement can easily turn into heartbreak, leaving emotional wounds that affect future trust and intimacy in marriage. Moreover, disobeying Allah in the name of love weakens one's connection with Him, making it harder to seek His blessings. True love doesn't flourish in sin. It flourishes in purity, patience, and within the limits that Allah has set for us. 3. Private chats, flirting, and secret meetings outside of nikah are not permitted in Islam. Islam places strong emphasis on guarding modesty and preventing situations that may lead to sin. Engaging in private conversations, flirting, or secret meetings with the opposite gender, even with good intentions, opens the door to emotional attachment and temptation. These actions may seem harmless, but they slowly erode one's spiritual boundaries and weaken the heart's resistance to sin. The Prophet ﷺ warned us that when a man and woman are alone, Shaitan is the third among them. Protecting your dignity means avoiding anything that compromises your purity before marriage. 4. Shaitan uses emotional attachment to misguide us into thinking haram is love. Shaitan is a master at deception. He doesn't always lure people with obvious evil. Sometimes he uses feelings that seem pure, like affection or care, to slowly pull the heart away from obedience to Allah. Emotional attachment outside of halal boundaries can create a false sense of love, making people justify wrong actions in the name of feelings. Over time, this attachment can blind a person to red flags, delay marriage, or even lead to heartbreak. Real love honors limits, but Shaitan disguises desire as love to lead believers into sin subtly and gradually. The 5th true barakah, blessing, in marriage comes from obeying Allah's commands. A marriage built on obedience to Allah attracts His mercy, peace, and blessings in ways that cannot be measured by worldly standards. When both spouses prioritize halal actions, speak truthfully, and fulfill each other's rights sincerely, Their home becomes a place of tranquility. Baraka means having more goodness with less effort. It's Allah placing ease, love, and contentment in the relationship. Disobedience may bring short-term excitement, but it robs the marriage of long-term peace. Obeying Allah, even when it's difficult, invites divine support and strengthens the couple's connection, both emotionally and spiritually. 6. Repentance, tawbah, is always open. It's never too late to change. No matter how far someone has gone down the wrong path, Allah's mercy is greater. Sincere tawbah wipes away sins completely, as if they never happened. What matters most is the intention to return to Allah with a clean heart and a firm resolve not to repeat the mistakes. True repentance involves regret, asking for forgiveness, and taking steps to improve. If a person turns back before marriage and decides to do things the right way, Allah can transform their past into a source of wisdom. Islam never closes the door. Redemption is always possible. 7. Start your marriage with purity and taqwa, God consciousness, for long-term peace. When a marriage begins with purity and a heart rooted in taqwa, it lays a foundation of trust, respect, and spiritual strength. Taqwa keeps both partners mindful of their duties, not just to each other, but to Allah. This mindset helps them stay patient during trials, speak kindly in disagreements, and uphold fairness in all matters. A pure beginning also builds emotional safety, knowing that the relationship is free from past deceit or guilt. Couples who honor Allah from the start often find greater harmony and deeper connection because they invite divine guidance into every step forward. 8. Avoid cultural delays and indecisiveness in getting married once intentions are clear. In many cultures, unnecessary delays in marriage occur due to excessive demands, prolonged engagements, or waiting for ideal conditions. Islam encourages timely marriage once two people are ready and compatible, to protect hearts and preserve modesty. When intentions are clear and families agree, dragging the process can lead to complications, doubts, or even the weakening of the initial connection. Marriage should not be postponed for superficial reasons like lavish events or social status. Instead, focus on readiness, deen, and mutual respect. Acting promptly with sincerity often leads to more stability and fewer emotional and spiritual risks. 9. Guard your modesty and intentions to earn Allah's favor in your union. Modesty is not just about dress. It includes how we speak, behave, and present ourselves, especially when seeking a spouse. Islam teaches us to protect our hearts and intentions from being influenced by ego, desire, or societal pressure. When you guard your modesty, you're showing Allah that you value His boundaries more than your own impulses. This sincerity is rewarded with guidance and barakah. Pure intentions attract pure outcomes. By remaining respectful, honest, and humble throughout the process of finding a spouse, you invite Allah's help in choosing what's truly best for your future. 10th, a halal beginning leads to a blessed life together. The way a marriage begins often shapes how it continues. When two people come together through halal means, with honesty, family involvement, and reliance on Allah, it builds a strong spiritual and emotional base. A halal beginning brings peace of mind, knowing the relationship was formed with integrity and faith. This trust allows couples to face future challenges with unity and strength. In contrast, a relationship born in secrecy or disobedience often carries hidden struggles. Choosing a halal path shows commitment to a righteous future, and Allah rewards that effort with lasting love and tranquility. Dear brothers and sisters, if marriage is written for you, it will come. but protect it by choosing the path that pleases Allah. Don't let small mistakes turn into big regrets. Start clean, stay sincere, and trust Allah's timing. At Ineer Deen, we're here to remind you of the beauty and balance Islam offers in every step of life. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the message. May Allah grant you a pure, loving, and blessed marriage. Comment below, Ya Allah, guide me to a halal and peaceful marriage.